Hello, my fellow earthlings. We are doing a reading today, and I'm very excited because it's in a format that I've never done before. All of you guys should be coming from TikTok, so if you're here, love you so much. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, this is the extended to the reading I just posted, where basically you're learning that you're a baddie and you can fucking rest and you can take a nap and you're allowed to do that. So let's get into the cards. So in Rider-Waite, you got Queen of Pentacles overall representing you. The lesson card you got was Surrender. I can release my need to control. The Mother Earth card you got was 21, Retreat, with the name Willow. And then for the energy and emotion cards, you got Sweetness, Fear, and Death. And then Moon Oracle cards, you got A Time to Give rather than take and expect powerful change. So what I was overall getting from this is that you are now getting out of a period of like serious burnout. You may have like been overworking yourself or had to overwork yourself. I was getting just a general vibe of like financial troubles, car troubles, like just like normal. It's so funny because as I was saying that, my phone battery just hit 10%. So I think you're literally like, you've been running on your last limb, and like little random inconveniences have been happening that have just been making life hard. I definitely resonate with that energy. You're definitely not alone, babe. What I will say is that things are looking up, and I think you already know that things are looking up because you may have been already feeling and experiencing things looking up more. Maybe your paychecks are starting to get a little bit bigger. You're having more time to be able to rest. Maybe you've been considering going on a vacation, or you've been looking into options with that. Or maybe life is just genuinely starting to look up, like the universe is starting to like reflect back to that same level of effort that I feel like maybe you didn't think was coming, and you're scared of it. We have fear coming out here. You're scared of it. I think you're scared of it because you almost don't trust right now that you are allowed to rest. Like, you don't trust that you're allowed to take breaks. You're allowed to call out sick even if you're not sick. You are allowed to go on vacation. You're allowed to bust out the back. You're allowed to do whatever you want to do. You are allowed to take care of yourself. I might have to cut that last part, or I don't know. I'm not used to posting on YouTube. I don't understand the restrictions. Please give me grace about that. But yeah, I definitely want to read your Retreat Willow card because I'm still learning this deck, and this is a card that I just pulled on myself a few days ago, and I really want to read it for you guys as well. So let's get into that. I think you're really just, you're coming back to yourself. You're giving to yourself in a way that is important and necessary. So it says, the time has come for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Take a break from life's chores and routines. Carve out some time for yourself and become reacquainted with the natural world. When Willow appears in your reading, take some time out. Everyone needs a break sometimes, but we often neglect giving it to ourselves due to constant busyness of life, the normal everyday shiz. Find some time to be alone and truly relax. For some, this may take a week or two. For others, it might be a day or a couple of hours. During this relaxing time, listen to your instincts and do whatever your soul desires. Don't do anything you feel you have to or that somebody else wants you to do. Just listen to your inner voice and follow its guidance. It could mean doing nothing at all, which I literally love. I love the way that it broke it down at the end there. It could mean doing literally nothing at all. I didn't read the entire page. If you guys want to know booklet this is from, this is the deck. It's Earth and Mother's Oracle. But that is literally what I'm getting. It's like you have had stuff happen that is like 100,000% out of your control, or even just slightly out of your control, and you just are starting to. Okay. Honestly, I'm taking this as a fucking sign that I need to like progress with the questions of this reading. Or maybe that's what you're feeling. I'm so sorry. The camera just cut again, right? I just got a call. So I think this is again a sign. I just got a call from my friend, and of course I'm immediately irritated because I'm like, I don't want FaceTime right now. But she was actually just calling to see if I wanted some In-N-Out for her to bring to me. So I genuinely think that's kind of like a reflection of what's happening to you, where like random inconveniences keep happening, or they were happening for a while, and maybe like things like that have started to blossom into something that you end up being grateful for by the end of it. Like like you end up like, oh, being like, oh, like it wasn't that bad, or oh, like, you know, maybe I shouldn't have reacted like that when it happened. Like, I think that the universe is trying to give you things to be grateful for, things to look forward to right now. And it's to remind you that, like, you're okay. You're allowed to take a break. You're allowed to nap. You're allowed to rest. Like, whatever that looks like for you, whatever you've had to do that has forced you into retreat or has forced you to, like, redirect towards caring about yourself, or redirect towards doing what your original intention was, redirect towards, I just heard locking the fuck in, like, whatever has forced you to lock the fuck in, and, like, kind of put your nose to the grindstone and hustle and bustle. I'm sure it's worth it. You know, you're showing up as Queen of Pentacles. I'm sure it has a lot to do with your financial stability and your ability to just build the wealth that you want for yourself and for your family, whatever that looks like for you. But what is the point of work with no play? Like what is the point of hustling and bustling and never getting any sleep? Like, sleep is a necessity, not a want. It's not a desire. It's something you need. And I think, like, and it's funny because every time I'm talking about sleep, even when I was pulling for this on TikTok and filming this on TikTok, like, I kept getting this specific seriousness about sleep. Some of you guys genuinely need fucking sleep. And if you think that to some degree, like, Spirit is extremely proud of you and your guides are extremely proud of you for how consistent and grounded you tried to keep yourself to be during this process of having to kind of hustle and bustle. But why would Spirit ever want you to overwork yourself? Why would your guys want you to overwork yourself in a way that's not natural, not necessary? Not necessary. You know what is necessary? Sleep. So yeah, I love that for you. You're definitely, like, good things are coming, which is what we're going to talk about now. So for the last bit of this message, I wrote down some questions to ask for you guys specifically that I want to know for you guys. We have, what good things are going to come as a result of you balancing rest with your work / pursuits, whatever those are for you. So we are going to go ahead and get into that. I'm going to shuffle. I'll be right back. You guys are genuinely not finna believe that I pulled these cards in this exact manner, but believe what you want to believe, okay? I believe in you. So I'm actually going to show you guys the spread because I think it is so freaking adorable. This is the spread. Is that not the most prettiest thing you've ever fucking seen? And I'm going to explain to you exactly why it's, like, so funny that they come out in this way. What's going to come as a result? What's going to come as a result of you balancing this, like, work and play more? Honestly, girl, guy, they, them, whoever the fuck you are, you're going to be so much more confident in yourself. It is ridiculous. Like, there is so much yellow energy and growth embodied energy here that, like, I can't, like, I promise you, you're doing everything right. All you need is to rest. All you need is to be honest about your needs and what they are when you need them. Like, confidence is your key to success. So you're going to gain a lot more confidence. And then we also have step out of your comfort zone. Again, you're going to become a lot more comfortable saying no to the hangout when you don't want to hang out. You're going to be a lot more comfortable asserting boundaries. You're going to be a lot more comfortable knowing when you need to rest. You're going to be a lot more comfortable. I keep hearing this thing about, like, knowing when to say no, and I just heard people pleasing in my head. So some aspect to this might literally have to do with the fact that some of you guys are processing, like, that kind of dynamic with, like, either a maternal figure, like a parental figure, or like an authoritative figure, like someone that you work with, a manager, whoever. But that don't matter right now because what's coming if you embody more of that balance literally is you being a master manifester. It's you embodying Queen of Pentacles energy. It's knowing what you're capable of and taking action within that capabilities, because it's like, you know that the rest period is essential. You know, it's like when you're on a roller coaster, you gotta go in that dip. Life has ups and downs. Life wouldn't be up without the down. And I feel like to you for a while, the down has been literally just you needing a nap or like you saying no to people, or you just, like, not doing things that are, like, causing you to overexert yourself. So I can see here what you're also going to gain from that is obviously literally the ability to be able to determine for yourself whether or not something is actually worth your energy. It'll be a lot easier for you to look at something and be like, this is not worth my time, or this is 100% worth my time. It's like you're going to gain a new sense of determination. You're also just going to know yourself more, which I think is beautiful, Hermit. You're going to know yourself. You're going to know who you are. You're going to know what your needs are. You're going to know what you need when you need them, which is a really great skill to have as a human in a capitalistic society that feeds off of us not having needs, if you get what I'm putting down. But yeah, we also have your lesson cards. This came out first and it was balance. I'm taking this very specifically. Let me break this down. What I'm taking this balance card coming out first, as well as these other cards, is that this is the first stepping stone. you've been looking for stability, you've been looking for, I don't know, like a connection to yourself or the universe, the greater world around you, it's going to come from you balancing out your pursuits and how much action taking versus going in, retreating, and rewarding you do. Because what immediately followed was abundance, judgment, and growth. So not only will you obtain more abundance, you'll have a better judgment for when things are actually worth your creative pursuit and energy and time, and then you'll actually obtain growth. So I want to read those specific cards to you. Balance says, I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. It's like it's saying like the judgment and the ability to see if something is like gonna be long worthwhile your investment. You may not always get that, and I think that may be like right now in your life you're realizing that, and it's coming to the point where you're like, I have to just learn how to take the action and try my best anyway, you know. And sometimes trying your best, like we saw in the booklet, sometimes trying your best is doing nothing at all, which I think is important for you to acknowledge, because why? You're an abundant being. Like, what are you limited to? Like, what exactly are you limited to? I'm a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality, even if that manifestation is you having the ability to go on vacation. We have, judgment came actually before that. And then after abundance, it's judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Growth, I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So, yeah. What else is coming good out of this situation? We have storytelling and freedom. You're going to gain a new ability to, like, honestly, just have a greater imagination and, like, more creativity towards like what you want to do in your life, because it's like you're just gonna have like a new sense of energy. And the reason I could have sworn I already got, so maybe the first time my phone cut off it was 20%, now it's 10%. I don't care, the reading's being posted regardless. I think it goes with the message for sure. But again, it's like you're learning to like kind of just move over the inconveniences, not move over them. Like, you're not necessarily being avoidant towards whatever problems are coming up in your life right now, but I genuinely do think like you're like at a point where you're like, I need to be able to build my own story anyway. Like, bad things are going to happen anyway. Things that inconvenience me are going to happen anyway. Work is going to happen anyway. The bills are going to happen anyway. That person that I'm dealing with that pisses me off is going to be there anyway. What do I need to do for myself, instead of how can I make this better? How can I change this? How can I move through this? It's more like internally based. And I think that's important, because one of your original moon cards is literally a time to give rather than take. It's like you're trying to take inspiration from everywhere else instead of finding that inspiration within you. And maybe finding that inspiration within you is kind of hard, because it forces you to actually be confident that that's worth it, you know. So some of you guys might struggle with a bit of that, you know, capitalistic toxic masculinity regime like mentality. I need to hustle, bustle, and grind. But I think you're starting to realize you can have confidence when you're moving. So we have energy and emotion, the confidence and movement. You can have confidence when you're moving and confidence when you're resting. But the funny part is that once you start resting, like, you're going to be able to move better around anyway. So it won't really be this like thing of like stagnancy or a fear of stagnancy or a fear of losing stability. That's not going to be a problem, because because you're going in more, you know. I can tell that you're a really determined person overall. I can tell that you're someone who like really cares to put their all into things and try their best, but sometimes doing our best is doing nothing, as we talked about. So let's get into the second question. We have, what advice do you have for, from your guides? What advice do your guides have for you to continue and stay aligned with this? So basically, I'm gonna pull and ask, how do you continue to stay balanced? What is the advice, something to remind yourself of when you're feeling overworked or burnout, or you're needing rest, retreat, and it's hard for you to pull that, hard for you to call that for yourself? Let's pull some advice about that. I will be right back. So this is a really cute message from your guys. It's really cute. This is an adorable message. Your advice to maintaining that balance and maintaining that like work and play, hustle, indulgence in your life, it is just about you being honest with yourself. And it's also about playing and being tapped in with your inner child. You got the Emperor, Four of Swords, and Page of Cups upright. So what this gives me is you already do understand exactly what it is that causes that like that imbalance in your life, you also already know how to get out of it. Like with Emperor, I think you are someone who knows how to take action that is necessary. You know how to assess your needs. I think that it's just been a long time. I think with Four of Swords, it's just been a while since you've had to assess your needs in a while, because you're just so used to showing up in that Emperor energy. But right now, Spirit is genuinely asking you to be a child. Be a child in how you play, be a child in how you rest, be innocent in your overall demeanor. You won't believe this, but because we got Page of Cups, but your Mother Earth card that we got for your advice to maintain that balance is literally innocence. So to me, we're gonna also read this card for the first time together. But what I'm getting so far off the vibe of this is maybe that this is something that's ingrained with you from childhood. Like this not ability to just like sit down and like, some of y'all might be neurodivergent in some way, or there's just some aspect to where it's literally been ingrained in you to try your best to be consistent in every and all pursuits possible. I love that for you. Never change. But what you should change is the part of yourself that says that that's all that you are and that's all you need to be. I think that there's some aspect of your inner child that is literally asking you to like go back and do the things that you maybe you used to do, the things that you used to find enjoyment in, because it's like there's just a part of you that's missing outside of that overall Emperor energy, and it comes from you going within. So let's read this card. It says, and obviously I'm not reading the entire card, just the main passages. This is the booklet. I think I already showed y'all the booklet, sorry. But it says, observe your childlike heart and look at the world through the eyes of a child. View your inner self as you would look upon a baby, and give yourself the same love, patience, and understanding you would give them. That is so cute. Literally, you are needing to look at yourself right now and tell yourself the advice as if like you may be an adult, you may be fucking 40 years old, okay? But I need you to look at yourself right now and imagine yourself as like a teenager again. Imagine yourself at like 15 going through exactly what you're going through. What would you tell them? To keep hustling and bustling, know that they need a break? To not buy the sweet treat knowing that they can afford it? Why would you tell them that if they're in a specific position where they are in need of that? I don't know what type of parent you are, but all I'm gonna say is I think for some of you guys that might have like missed the margin a little bit, I apologize. But what I'm essentially trying to say is like, dude, it's okay. It's okay to need to take care of yourself in whatever way that looks like, especially if it's aligned for you. And I just don't think that anything that has to do with rest or like play is ever going to be unaligned for anyone. I think that there's some part of you that seems to think that you're only allowed to play and rest and do whatever the fuck that looks like for you when you're a child or you've done something significant. And I just think that's so fucking stupid. Like, I think that's not necessary. So I do think there's also another message for you here. We got abundance that came out again. So you're a very abundant being. I don't care what you seem to think. I don't care if you think you're the most laziest potato sack on earth. You are a very abundant being. We have friendship coming out here as well. That says, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. So for some of you guys might literally have a friend or someone close to you who's trying to get you to get out of the house or trying to get you to like embody more fun with them or do something. You may be considering like, is this the right thing that I need to do for various reasons? You know, give yourself that. But I think that honestly you should go, like if you're being invited to stuff. But abundance. And we also have patience, which says, I accept that everything happens in divine order. So I think that there's a need for you to like literally be patient with yourself and how much that abundance reflects on the outer parts, because the reason maybe right now it's not reflecting as much as it normally would is because you're not resting. And if it is reflecting and you're proud of that and you're like, I can't fully enjoy that, or how do I keep this going? Take a break. Yes, it's the answer you're not expecting, but take a break and bask in it. I didn't talk about these cards. So you also got a fiery climax is approaching. Step out of your comfort zone again. You got a few cards coming out in multiples, and it's time to release negativity. I need you to release the negativity surrounding around you stepping out of the comfort zone of always hustling and bustling and doing what the fuck you need to do to survive. You're not in survival mode no more. Okay, you're not there. And yeah, I think that once you start embodying and embracing the fact that it's not necessary for you to be in that form of survival mode anymore, like things are going to start looking up. You know why they're going to start looking up? Because the last card I have to show you, the energy and emotion going through your overall advice, literally protection. And mind you, the question itself was, what advice do your guides have for you about balancing that? You're protected. You're allowed to do what you need to do. You're allowed to take a break. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to play. Hell, you're allowed to DJ the BJ. You know, I just think that sometimes people forget in our lovely capitalistic society that, you know, down periods are a part of keeping momentum. You know, pulling back is a part of shooting the boomerang forward. So boomerang, I don't even know if that's the right terminology, but you get my gist. You get my gist. So I'm so proud of you. I think you have nothing to not be proud of yourself for. And I just think you're cute, and it's so cute that you think you need to work so hard. It's so cute that you think in order to have good things, or at least maintain good things, that you have to work so hard, but that's just not the case. It's just not the case. So yeah, I love you. I think you're doing amazing, sweetie. And be kind to yourself, please. And if you want to take a nap, take a nap. If you want to do something that seems a bit immature, do it. Don't crash out, you know. Don't do anything that would harm yourself. Don't do anything that would directly cause instability, you know. Be responsible, but I do think that you're already someone who's capable of being responsible. So I think you'll be okay. But yeah, that is where I'm going to leave this reading, loves. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Again, if you're coming from TikTok, love you so bad. Thanks for being real. Thanks for tuning in for the sake of the game. Anywhere, anytime, take care of yourself. Anywhere, anytime, have fun. Why not? Anywhere, anytime, especially if you're already stable and you can, treat yourself. Yeah, I hope you have a lot of fun. Thank you for tuning in. I love you. I'll see you later.